Thank you. That's it. So I'm Emma's mom. My name's Sarah. And they asked me to teach a cooking class. Oh. Oh. What have you done? We can't
Okay, there you go.
Okay, thanks, honey. So, I am a nutritional chef. I have my degree in culinary arts, sports nutrition. And what that means is I teach people how to do things like meal prep, how to use food instead of pills for medication, how to make healthy lifestyle changes and make it doable. I work with people who have religious things that they can't eat certain things because of their religion, because of allergies, because of medical issues, and that's what I do. And I also developed a program for homeschool kids, and we're doing lesson 3, to teach kids how to do healthy cooking at home, and we do budgets, all that good stuff. So this is lesson 3 from my homeschool that I created. And we're going to talk today about an idea of good, better, best, and how to make different choices to make sure we get the maximum out of our nutrition that we each day. So we're going to play a tiny little game. We're going to do a food mythbusters. Is this true or false? There are bad foods and there are good foods.
False. True. These are bad foods. This is bad food. False.
It is false.
What?
All food has a purpose. No matter what, your body will find a reason to use that food. Whether it is just sugar, your body will use it. Okay? So if you have a choice between eating nothing and grabbing a piece of candy, so your body has that little bit of energy, your body's going to need that candy. And that might be the best choice because that might be the only thing you have right at the moment. But it's better than nothing. So that is why there are no such thing as a bad food. Every food has a purpose, and it might not be the best food, but we're going to learn how to choose the best food. We're going to get our brains thinking. Okay, next question. What is the goal of eating breakfast? Does anyone know what the goal of eating breakfast is? What is you want the outcome of your breakfast to be? It can, yeah.
Give you energy. Brain. Yeah. I have it. One second. So won't cause heart disease.
Well, that is something that it does help, but your main goal of breakfast is to break your fast.
Oh.
Okay, so you go to bed at 9 o'clock and you sleep for 8 hours. During that time, your body has no food and no water. So when it wakes up, it needs something. And that's why skipping breakfast is bad, because then your body is even more depleted. So that is why breakfast foods tend to be something that you can get a quick energy from. What's big breakfast foods? Name them. Eggs. Waffles. Pancakes. What goes on pancakes?
Bananas. Bacon.
Hash browns.
Looking for syrup. Okay, what is syrup? Sugar. Our body takes sugar, any kind of sugar, and turns it into energy. So when you wake up in the morning, cereal, tons of sugar, pancakes, maple syrup. If you look at all these foods that we eat in the morning, it's got a lot of sugar because your body needs to take that sugar and break it down as fast as it can so it can start to function. So sugars get broken down as quick into energy, so it goes sugar, and then it goes carbohydrates, because carbohydrates get broken down to sugar, and then into energy, and then fats. So butter on your pancakes gets broken down next, and it kind of goes down the line. So we're going to talk about breakfast today. Oh, if I can turn this sucker.
Sarah, do you have back there?
Nah, I got it.
Oh.
And we're going to use it, learn the concept of good, better, best. Okay? So, our demo today is going to be pumpkin spice pancakes. I'm going to teach you the recipe. I'm going to show you how to make them. And then we're going to have, I got like 30 of them. We're going to try them. And then we're going to practice good, better, best together. So we get the hang of it. So when you're picking your foods, you start thinking the lines of there are no bad foods, but what do I need food for right now? Do I need it for energy? Do I need it to wake up? Do I need it to think? What is the best option for what I'm doing in the space I am? Okay? What's up, babe?
I take culinary in high school, so I could cook.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I made a mug cake today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so when you wake up in the morning, you're getting ready for school, you need to run out the door. A good choice is frozen waffles. They're good because they're your carb, you add maple syrup with them, you got your sugar, they're quick, they're easy, you can get to the school bus, you don't miss school. So that's a good choice. Now I'm going to demonstrate better best, and then we're going to shop maple syrup. So for frozen waffles, that's our good choice. Okay? They're also pretty cheap, money-wise. Better is making homemade pancakes, making it from scratch, using, your eggs and your milk, but that takes time. So if you don't have time, that might not be a better option, okay? But it's still just a carbohydrate, okay? So we're going carbohydrate, which is sugar, carbohydrate, which is sugar. Now we're doing pumpkin spice pancakes. This is the best. The reason that is we're making it from scratch. We're adding a vegetable, which is our pumpkin. Our vegetable also adds fiber, and then the spice. The spices we're going to use, spices are, back in the olden days, spices were very, very expensive because spices were used as medicine. We just use it to flavor food, but spices actually have lots of healthy things that you can actually use. So, like cinnamon. Cinnamon is an anti-inflammatory. So you take it, you get up in the morning, you're achy, you're like, oh, I slept wrong, I got a pain in my neck. You eat some pumpkin spice pancakes, you get that cinnamon in your bloodstream, and then that muscle that's inflamed, that swollen muscle you have, it helps alleviate that. So every spice has health benefits, whether it's inflammation, some of them have antibacterial effects, some of them, like ginger and garlic, can help open up your bronchial tubes and help you breathe. That's why chicken noodle soup has a lot of garlic in it. It's to open it up and help you. So for the morning, pumpkin spice pancakes is the best if we're doing pancake run. So, this is our maple syrup. We're gonna shop this. So this is pure maple syrup. The only ingredient in it is 27 grams of sugar. Okay? So all we have to do is beat 27 grams of sugar. What can we use on pancakes, or our pumpkin spice pancakes? What can we substitute so we are not getting as much? We're trying to lower our sugar and maybe add some health benefits. What's up? Whipped cream. Yep, whipped cream would be good. Now, would you use like milk, or would you use a milk substitute? You'd use milk? Okay, some people can't have milk, and so they think they can't have it. You can actually make whipped cream out of coconut milk. So if you are lactose intolerant and you can't do milk, which I was told some people can't have milk, so the pumpkin spice pancakes are made with coconut milk tonight, so everyone can try them. So you can shop that. What else? Applesauce. It's a very good one. Very, very good.
I like those fruit syrups.
Fruit syrups?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what's the difference between fruit syrup and maple syrup?
Well, it also has a ton of sugar. Well, the other one has like a little bit of natural sugar.
So your body does not know the difference between sugar and sugar.
Okay.
Okay? So,
It also has fruit in it. That's healthy.
well, fruit is just sugar.
Oh.
So if you take the fiber out of the sugar, which is the pieces, it ends up just being, you're substituting sugar for sugar. And that's something people fall, and that's a kind of a fallacy people fall in. They think, oh, if I eat this piece of fruit, it's better than this piece of candy. Well, what are you getting from it? Are you replacing sugar for sugar? Or what are you trying to get from it? So you just got to think about that. But in syrup and fruit syrups, you're taking out all the fiber, all the stuff that makes it different than sugar, and you're just replacing a sugar from sugar. But if you were to take it and like the applesauce, have you heard of apple butter?
Yes.
If you were to take the apples, you cook them all the way down, so you have all the parts of the apples, they're just really, really soft, and use that, then you're getting the fiber from the apples and you're not taking it away. You're also doing, apple butter is very, very heavy on spices, so you get to use the medical and healing of the spices.
You could use jam.
You can use jam. The fruits in that would be good.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Oh, I'm glad you said that. So, here's my peanut butter. Now, this is not just regular peanut butter. This is called Amish peanut butter, or Amish whipped peanut butter, okay? And this falls under better, because in the Amish whipped peanut butter, it is absolutely delicious. But it has some, it's peanut butter and maple syrup whipped together. So, you still get the kind of flavor of the maple syrup, but less sugar, and you get the protein from the peanuts.
Where did you get that?
I made it. I'll teach you. I'll teach you. Does anyone remember Miss Sue, who passed away? She was our neighbor. She passed away a few years ago. She was heavily diabetic, and she had a lot of trouble regulating her sugar. So I made her Amish peanut butter. The sugars in maple syrup work really well with people who are trying to balance out there, and then with the protein of the peanut butter, it helped her sugar not do that wavy thing. So, yep. So that's an example of using food instead of medicine. She would have she'd call me and be like, I'm out of my Amish peanut butter, and I'd give her one of these, and she'd take a spoonful in the morning, and she wouldn't have to get an insulin shot. So there's that. So what else? Any other? Let's do something good. What's something that's not as much sugar as simple 27 grams of sugar?
Butter? Chocolate chips! Oh,
Chocolate chips. Okay? So let's do a comparison. Serving size, 2 tablespoons. Okay? 27 grams of sugar. 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. It will give you 8 grams of fat, which fat is very important. Your brain cannot function without fat. If you know anything about your brain, the synapse in the brain, if you don't have enough fat, it slows down your snaps. It's like the lube in your car. If you don't have your car greased up, it doesn't function as well. The gears grind, it doesn't go. Same with your brain. If you don't have enough fat in your body and fat in your system, it slows down those synapses, because that is how the electrical current shoots from synapse to synapse. It's through the fat. So we've got 8 grams of fat. We would have 20 carbohydrates, and 16 of those would be from sugar. Now, 16 is better than 27. Okay? So this was good. This is better. Now I'm going to show you what's best.
oh, yogurt.
This is best.
Sugar.
Oh, I thought that was.
Okay? So, we're going to compare 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips, and the serving size on this is 3/4 cup, but I did the math and broke it down to tablespoons. So, this is 2 tablespoons, 27 grams of sugar, absolutely nothing else. This is 2 tablespoons is 16 grams of sugar, and there's some fat. There's a little bit more in this. And in this, for 2 tablespoons, it is 2.3 grams of sugar.
Oh.
Okay? And you can eat a lot more of this because we go by serving size. And this is a 3/4 cup. So this also has the fats. It's got the granola is good because it's got those whole grains. So it takes your body longer to break down. So you feel fuller longer. So you don't feel hungry in an hour after you get off the bus. It also is complex carbs, which is harder for your body to break down. So this also has things like iron, potassium, and just all sorts of good stuff. Fiber, lots of fiber. So that is an example of good, better, best. Okay, I'm gonna do another good, better, best. So you said whipped cream, right? All right, whipped cream. What about Greek yogurt?
I said that. You're.
Okay, Greek yogurt is a better. Okay, if we're doing, because I really like, I like maple whipped cream on my pancakes, you know, but we're trying to lower our sugar, so we're going to use this. Now this is by a 2/3 cup, so it's a lot more than you get with this, and it's 15 grams of sugar. And you get a lot more in this. Pretty much as you get as the granola. So, and then this also is high in protein. Protein also is something that helps you stay fuller longer. That's why when you're dieting, they say eat a lot of protein. And it also helps build muscle. Okay? Just 1 second, babe. Now, this is what's best. Does anyone have any idea what this is?
Sugar? That's hard to also sugar to me.
Frosting.
Now we're trying to do the best.
Powdered sugar?
What, kind of.
Homemade yogurt.
No.
Sour cream?
No. Sugar-free cheesecake.
Oh!
So, 0 sugar.
Really?
Yep. 0 sugar. So this is also, I made it with the coconut milk. So dairy-free, lactose-free, you know. So if we combined our pumpkin pancakes, which are the best, with this to make them, you know, because they're kind of dry, pancakes are dry, you need something wet to get them down your gullet. We do our serving of our cheesecake, our sugar-free cheesecake, and then top it off with our serving of this. That's going to keep you full. That's going to fuel your body, and you're making healthier choices for that meal. So does everyone kind of understand the good, better, best concept?
I like the cheesecake, the sugar-free cheesecake.
So yeah, so that is your good, better, best. Your good, better, best also might have to do with your time. You know, if you are traveling, you're probably not going to be able to sit down and cook a big old meal. You're not going to be able to make pancakes when you're driving in a car, you know. But it's better to stop and get pancakes at McDonald's than it is to eat potato chips. You know? So when you're choosing your food, you always think of, is this the best choice I can make? If it is, no matter what it is, go for it. Your body needs to be fueled. You're growing, you're very active young ladies, your body needs that, okay? And so yeah, so I'm gonna do a real quick demo on how to make these pumpkin pancakes, and then I'll pull them out, and you guys can. Oh, one more. I forgot one more. Good, better, best. Nuts. Let's see. Okay. Does anyone want to come up and put it in order and what they think is good, better, best? Come on, Em. Let's see if you can do it. See if I taught you.
This one is good because they're honey roasted. It's almost pistachios. That.
So, good, better, best?
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Cut it. Good, better, and best, right?
You tell me. Yep. Okay. Read your food labels.
It is glazed, guys.
If it doesn't matter if it says it's glazed or not. Read your food labels. They hide sugar in everything. Okay, and if we're trying to keep our sugar kind of low so we don't have those spikes, so we go really hyper and then we get really, really tired, we got to read our food labels. And the good thing about sugar is everyone knows what the word sugar is. They don't call it some crazy thing, and it's sugar. So everyone can read sugar. So this is 10 grams of sugar for 12 pieces.
Wow.
Okay. This one is, where'd it go? 4 grams of sugar for a 1/4 cup. And this one, now this one's really close. This is 3 grams of sugar for a 1/4 cup. But this, when there's this close, you also can look at things like fat content. You can look at what fiber, how much fiber is in each one. You can look at how much protein. You can look at the vitamins. The vitamins are on your food labels. So look at your food labels when you're making these choices. Because while nuts are all a great choice for a snack, there are good, better, best options. Okay? So, all right. Forgot that one. So all these, we're going to throw them up here. You can put them on your pancakes and see all the alternatives to eating syrup. All right, so pancakes are what are called a quick bread. Quick breads are any baked goods that you do not use yeast. Okay? So our leavening agent, and the leavening agent is what makes it fluffy, is baking powder. Does anyone know why it is important before you start anything, baking-wise, to figure out what's going to make your product get poofy?
Well, it's all when you like eat an edible.
Well, yeah, but why do we need to know that we're using baking powder?
Silicon rice. And,
Well, we know that that's our leavening agent, so we know we have one, but why is it important to know we have baking powder instead of yeast?
because they need different things too.
They do, that's it. They need different things to work. They also have different time limits, okay? Baking powder, baking soda are called a quick bread because you gotta get them in quick. The reaction is quick. It's not like yeast where it's gotta wait 30 minutes, rise, punch it down, wait 40 minutes, rise, punch it down. The quicker you get this in the oven, the quicker you get it to heat, the faster it's going to react because it reacts to heat. So baking soda reacts to water, liquid, acid, actually acid of some sort. Okay? So you know that if this was baking soda, as soon as it touches our wet ingredients, it's activating. Okay? Baking powder is a double activator. It starts activation when it's wet, and then it activates again when you add heat. So, that is why with quick breads, you do your dry ingredients separate from your wet ingredients, because as soon as you combine them together, you gotta be quick. Because have you ever made cupcakes and you put them in the oven and you had batter left over and you have no more room in your oven, so you just let that batter sit, and each time, each tray, even though it's the same batter, they get smaller and smaller. It's because you're losing your reaction. Okay? The other thing about quick breads and this reaction is these reactions are bubbles released. It's usually a reaction that chemical reaction that releases carbon dioxide bubbles, which makes it rise. Okay? If you are stirring and stirring, and you're like, okay, and you put them in your pan, and then you take it and you stir and stir and stir, what's happening to those bubbles? You're popping them. That is called overmixing. If you overmix, your cupcakes will sink in the middle, or they'll just be flat. Everything will be flat. So you want to mix things till they're barely combined. We don't have to get out all the bumps. We don't have to get out all the lumps. They'll pop open from the chemical reaction. You want to make sure that it's barely combined, because the more you whip it, the more you mess with that batter, the more the reaction is going out the window. Okay? So quick breads it's a race to the oven. Get it going, get it in, get it done. So we're going to put in our dry ingredients, and I've pre-measured everything. Our flour, and this is a recipe I created. And one thing that I tend to do when I take recipes online that have spices in them is I double the spice. Okay? And the reason I do that,
Does that make you better, or?
I like it better, but to get the health benefits of these spices, you need to at least be able to taste them. You know, so if you have a quarter of a teaspoon of, like the original recipe that I pulled up is a quarter of a teaspoon of ginger. Who's going to taste a quarter teaspoon of ginger? No one. I put 2 teaspoons in.
I can smell it. It smells good.
Doesn't it smell good?
Yeah.
Spice is good. Spice is flavor. You know, so I did 2 teaspoons of ginger, which was 8 times what the recipe said. So I 8 times everything in the spice. I've never had anyone tell me, oh, too much spice. They're all like, that was amazing. People love spice. Spice is good. Spice of life. They use it in all sorts of sayings. Don't skimp on your spice. Okay? So I'm using coconut milk. You can use regular milk or almond milk, or you just need, the milk is to be wet, but you also need the fat. So don't do fat-free. You need the fat, which will keep your pancakes moist. Do 2 eggs. And then, I don't know if you see in my recipe, it says a teaspoon of vanilla, and then underneath I put maple. I put maple because pumpkin goes really good with maple, and they make maple extract. So how do you get maple syrup flavor without the sugar? Maple extract. So I'm going to do maple extract in with the pumpkin. And that's something, these like extracts, things like that, they're things that you can play with. If you're doing a pancake that has nuts in it, use almond extract. You know, like you can, yes?
I keep thinking that pumpkin is like dry because it's like very clumpy and I keep thinking it's dry.
It's a puree.
Alright. I was very confused.
Okay? So before you add your wet to your dry, because we want that reaction, you're going to combine this. You want to always mix your wet ingredients first until they're good and combined, because if they're already combined, that's the less you have to whip it when it's doing your reaction. Okay? So with pancakes, where people kind of go wrong with the baking of them in their pan is they make their pan too hot. You want your pan, especially when you're doing pancakes all the way from scratch, you want your pan low to medium low, so they have enough time to cook all the way through without burning the outsides. So you're gonna fold in your dry ingredients. And that means you're just gonna kind of take it, lift it, and fold it over. And you're gonna just scrape the edges and just kind of turn your bowl, folding it over. And you see it start to mix, but you're not really smashing those bubbles. You're just kind of lightly, gently getting them into where they belong. And you just keep doing it till you don't see any big poofs of flour. And it's mixed. You can see it's pretty fluffy. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing while you guys are creating your concoction of good, better, best is I'm going to be cooking them right here on the griddle, and I'm just going to add some butter so they don't stick. I have a scoop. I'm going to scoop them. I'm going to let them cook low and slow. Flip them. And those are pancakes. Does anyone have any questions? What's up, babe?
How hot do you usually put your stove to when you?
So my stove has numbers, and when I'm doing pancakes, I don't go higher than 3. It takes longer, but then you don't have that bite of pancake where the middle is all gooey and you're like, oh. And you also don't have those pancakes that you take a bite in the middle and they're great, and the outside, you feel that char. You're like, ooh, there's something wrong here. So it's better to do it low and slow to make sure it cooks evenly throughout than it is to do it too high and be like in a hurry and flipping them and like, oh crap. Because there goes your pancakes. Any other questions? Nope. All right, I'm going to set up the pancake bar and you guys can eat pancakes.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, yes, please. Thank you.